The black ventilation ducts are made of fiberglass. The yellow ducts are made of vinyl reinforced with steel wire. Both are designed to withstand negative pressure when drawing out gases and positive pressure when blowing in air. To manufacture sections of fiberglass duct, they use a steel mandrel. Workers wrap plastic around the mandrel to prevent the fiberglass from sticking. They also wrap cardboard around one end of each duct section to increase its diameter. Next, they start up the fiberglass winding machine. It draws 29 strands of fiberglass roving through a bath of resin, then winds them in a helical pattern up and down the mandrel, building up a layer between 3 and 10 millimeters thick, depending on the application. The regular end is called the spigot. The wide end is called the bell. The spigot of one duct section fits snugly inside the bell of the next. This way, multiple sections can be connected to each other. Workers embed D-rings at regular intervals along the top. These rings are used to suspend the ducts from the mine shaft ceiling. Once the winding is finished, workers cut the roving and roll the fiberglass covered mandrel into a large oven for curing. It takes about 30 minutes to cure the resin on a duct this size. Once it's cured, they extract the mandrel. They saw through the middle of the fiberglass duct to divide it into 2 shorter ducts of equal length. Each has a bell end and a spigot end. Workers use a handsaw to cut and shape some pieces into fittings. Fittings are angled or Y-shaped pieces that connect 2 straight pieces, allowing the route of the ducting to turn or branch out.
Wow.
They connect the cut pieces with galvanized metal tape. Then they seal the gaps with strips of fiberglass cloth saturated with resin. To make spiral duct, they weld together sheets of vinyl to create a wider sheet. On one end of the tube, they weld in a ring made of galvanized wire rope. At the other end of the tube, they weld in an adjustable coupler. To connect duct sections, the ring of one section fits into the coupler of the next one. They mount the tube on the guide bar of the spiral winding machine. The machine applies steel wire to reinforce the vinyl. It also enables the duct section to collapse into a compact hoop. As it works its way down the tube, the machine covers the wire with a strip of vinyl. It welds the vinyl to the tube, forming a pocket that both locks the wire in position and protects it from wear. When the machine reaches the opposite end of the tube, they cut the wire and remove the duct section. The last step is to attach hangers at 2-foot intervals. The hangers are used to suspend the ventilation ducts from the mine ceiling. Spiral ducts are the easiest type of ventilation to transport and install because they're collapsible and lightweight. However, they can get damaged in high-traffic work areas, so mines prefer to use sturdier fiberglass ventilation ducts. Before the pencil sharpener, people used knives to sharpen the tips of pencils. It was in the mid-19th century when a French inventor came up with a clever tool. A little box with a blade and a cone-shaped opening. Just twist the pencil into it and it makes a very precise point.
Look.
The
Look at
pencil
this.
sharpener has been a favorite of pencil pushers for over
How they gonna
150
fix?
years.
How they gonna create it? Don't you wanna do that? You are in a
With
school.
a few twists, it can hone the graphite tip of a pencil to a very fine point.
Just look on how.
To make pencil sharpeners, they start with high carbon steel for the blades.
High carbon steel.
The steel unwinds through a straightener, then a feeder serves it up to a punch cutter. It cuts out 5 blades in one action, complete with assembly holes in the center.
Okay.
It also embosses the company logo onto it. This machine can generate well over 100,000 pencil sharpener blades in an hour.
Wow. 1,000s.
A worker distributes the blades onto a conveyor that will take them to an oven. The temperature inside is 1500 degrees. The blades slowly circle in the oven. This step takes 15 to 20 minutes. Exposure to the intense heat and a quick cool down in oil harden the blades, but it also leaves them tarnished. So they drain the oil by spinning the blades in a perforated drum. Then they add a mix of dried corn and polishing paste to the blades.
Okay, that's a big deal. No. Are you watching? You're not.
The drum tosses the blades in the polishing medium for 6 to 12 hours. This restores them, as we see in this before and after shot. A circular feeder sorts them into a single file and racks them on a metal rod. Once on the rod, a machine grinds a cutting edge into all of the blades at once. Next, they manufacture the housing for the pencil sharpener blades. A circular saw cuts a ridged magnesium bar to the correct length. The magnesium blocks tumble into a feeder, which funnels them into a stamping machine.
Magnesium blocks.
The machine stamps the company logo onto the top and lower side of the blocks. Machinery moves the pencil sharpener bodies forward to a drill that bores cone-shaped pencil-sized holes into them.
Oh, okay, look. This is how they make the opening.
A second drill carves holes in the top for screwing the blades
It's
into
not
the
an easy
pencil sharpener
process.
bodies.
Wow.
A little metal rod shoves the pencil sharpener bodies out of the machine and into a bin.
Pencil sharpeners.
A
Wow.
worker plunges the pencil sharpener bodies into 5 chemical baths. Each bath has a different formula. The chemicals soften the edges of the magnesium bodies, making the surface shinier.
Okay, magnesium bodies.
A worker spreads the pencil sharpener bodies across a mesh conveyor.
I like it.
The conveyor takes them through a dryer to remove any residue left behind by the chemical solutions. These pencil sharpener bodies are now ready to receive blades. A feeder system delivers them to an assembly station. The screws funnel into an automated screwdriver at the assembly point. A mechanism slides the blades into the pencil sharpener bodies as they arrive.
Wow, it's very precise.
The pencil sharpeners fall into a bin ready for retail. It's taken many different processes to produce these magnesium pencil sharpeners. Here's a recap of the process. Over a century and a half after its invention, the manual pencil sharpener is still making life easier. And in modern factories, the concept has been honed to a fine point.
Mm.